I thought overall the game was it was a good game. It was a lot of back and forth. I think that with Northwood, we're usually going to have a close contested game. We know it's going to come down to one of the last possessions, and I felt for us. We made a lot of mistakes down the last 4 minutes, but they were pretty aggressive mistakes and people trying to make plays. And we'll live with some of those as our freshmen try to learn how to close out games. And it hurt us not having Anna on the floor in the fourth quarter. And but we have to learn to step up, and we got to have people who are capable of making plays when she's off the floor. And this time she got hurt, but maybe another game she has foul trouble. So we have to know that we're ready to go when that is the case. But I felt early in the game we had some chances to kind of put some pressure on them and weren't able to capitalize. And we just got off to a little slow start where I felt we could start off a little better. But overall, I can't really complain about the game. When you give yourself a chance at the end of the game in the last 4 minutes on the road to win a game, you've got to be relatively happy with the performance. Yeah, overall for the semester, I think it's been a really good one for us. I know people look at a 2-9 record and kind of form their own opinions, and they're welcome to do that. I just think when you're inside and you're really looking at how far we've come, you'll see a ton of improvement, from day one. Our kids are working extremely hard, and they're putting a lot of extra time in, and it's starting to pay off for us in games. And we had to get in close games in order to be able to win games, and we were able to do that. And now we have to know how to close those games out and maybe execute a little sooner so those games aren't tight towards the end. But I think when you're playing 7-8 freshmen and there's multiple times you have 4 freshmen on the floor, we're starting to really come together and understand what we're supposed to be doing. So as a whole, I'm pretty happy with where the team is at, and our goals are not predicated on outcomes and results. They're more about how we're playing and whether we're doing the work necessary to be successful. And I think anyone who watches us play can see the effort our kids put in. And when someone comes to play us, they're going to have to play pretty hard in order to beat us.
Okay, and lastly, just one game before we kick back into conference play. On January 4th, we play a really good Lewis team, non-conference regional battle on Saturday the 30th. What are you going to look forward to out of your team, and maybe tell us a little bit about the opponent?
Yeah, last non-conference game of the year when we come back from Christmas will be Lewis, and we purposely scheduled a difficult non-conference schedule, and I like having Lewis here before we start conference again. Most of our non-conference games have been on the road, and it'll be good to have these guys at home. It'll be interesting to see how we come back off a 10-day break and see what kind of work we put in while we were away. But Lewis poses a ton of challenges. Obviously, their inside game is phenomenal with the Kelleher kid, and we're going to have our work cut out for us there. And they pressure defensively and really put you in tough spots and try to take your best kids out, your best scorers out of the game. And it's going to be a good challenge for us. I think it'll be nice to be at our home floor. And having just played them in the tournament last year and played them twice, I think we kind of know their players a little bit. With a new coach, we'll see what kind of system they're going to run. But at the end of the day, it's all going to go through the big kid, and then we're going to have to find a way to slow her down and really put some pressure on our post players to step their game up, which is an exciting challenge for us, and we'll look forward to it.
All right.